Emotionally and technically breathtaking, Aftersun is a deeply personal film for both artist and audience. Charlotte Wells' debut short Tuesday about a young girl reminiscing about her father was the clear foundation for Aftersun, her debut feature. Semi-autobiographical and quietly expressed, soothing but afflictive with its subtle approach to storytelling. And it's that exact emotional unrest that has caused me to watch this 11 times in only 8 months. The past shapes our art and art shapes our future, so I won't deny my personal attachment to the film and subsequently its profound impact on my life, but I think it's fair to say Aftersun was one of the finest things to come out this last year. Expertly crafted under every banner, Aftersun holds many scenes that could be its best. I mean, it's the last dance scene? We're not having that argument, but I'm not making a video on that because you will catch me dying from crying trying. But there's only one I find myself frequently thinking about more than any other, and that's because I believe it signifies everything about the film and impeccably communicates it to the audience in only a minute.
I think it's nice that we share the same sky.
What do you mean?
Well, like, sometimes at playtime, I look up to the sky, and if I can see the sun, then I think about the fact that we can both see the sun, so even though we're not actually in the same place and we're not actually together, we kind of are in a way, you know?
Sophie's dialogue matched with the cinematography here is heartbreaking. Callum no longer living in the place Sophie calls home means they're often not together, but Sophie, still filled with the childish innocence and optimism, likes to think that they are in a way due to being able to share seeing the same sun. However, when they actually are together, they still aren't. It cuts to a shot of the sauna's roof with the sunlight just barely leaking in, and then to Sophie looking up at it. She can't see the sun, and neither can Callum. The dialogue ends with a wide showing a distance between them, conveying they can't truly be together because of what Callum has going on behind closed doors. I feel the film's thematic heart is all about longing, and this scene displays how Sophie yearns for not only spending quality time with her father, but simply being able to remember the times they did. The sequence started with perspective shots of them in the pool together. From Callum's POV, we see Sophie taking a photo of Callum with their disposable camera, before cutting to her point of view of Callum as he slowly blurs out of focus and fades into the background, reflecting how the memories Sophie captured with her mind camera are fading away and blurring into one despite her grasping so tight to keep them alive. After a while, memories become a blurry mashup of random things, much like what follows after the dialogue ends. As explained by Wells on the Blu-ray commentary, this sequence was made up of 5 small scenes that didn't really work, so editor Blair McClendon ended up cutting this together. A case of accidental genius, as this Frankensteined mini montage is made of short, seemingly insignificant moments, much like memories your mind can kind of piece together, but not fully. Memory basically being what this film is all about, I think this sequence brilliantly captures how our mind captures our memories, short and painful. Less important, but still noteworthy to mention the minor symbolism of the yellow and blue sauna, possibly and honestly likely unintentional, but with the yellow-blue motif being so present throughout the film,
Can I paint it yellow?
I feel it must have been present in the filmmakers' minds. Yellow represents Sophie and blue represents Callum, pretty obvious reason, yellow happy color, blue sad color, and the sauna's blue tiles overshadowing the yellow painted roof, implying there's so much gee-dang sadness around. What is definitely intentional though is Sophie's sky-printed bikini, which honestly illustrates a lot about the film. I don't think this particularly really means anything, which is what makes it mean so much. The film is so quiet and subtle that lots of people will come away with a different ending. I feel the bikini is an extension of that because it could show Sophie's caring character, because you could infer owning it means she truly believes the whole sharing the sky thing and it isn't just a coping mechanism like Callum's laughing, or it feeds directly into the sequence itself and relates to the idea that them being together is merely artificial, as it can't happen when Callum isn't really present due to his emotional turmoil. Finally, the sequence ends with a paraglider drifting in the sky, the idea here being that this could take place at any point in time. Our memories aren't linear, fragments of them just kind of float around until they come to us bit by bit, until eventually they form a coherent image representative of our past. And this short sequence from Aftersun is a fantastic, comprehensible representation of the entire film. Watching this film burns my heart, but this sequence will forever be burned into my memory. I couldn't really find a way to like smoothly slip in the music, but it's real fucking good in this scene because it creates that sense of dread with that glass tapping sound, and I feel that sense of dread is really just follows you throughout the entire film, so that's also important.